106 miles to Chicago. Need to get there for dawn. Come on now, brother man, you won't ride along. 106 miles, baby. Hope you got a few stories to tell. Come on now, jump on in. We in. I'm here. I'm Alfie King. Welcome. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. This is the 106 Mile Podcast. We're going to be looking at a couple of things. You may say, what is this interesting ticket to a journey that I've purchased? Well, my name is Alfie King. I'm a blues player, guitar picking man, gun for hire. Been playing, I'm nearly 30, going to be 30 in 26th of Feb. So not long left. Been playing music since I was about 15. Love it, baby. This podcast is going to be talking about my kind of influences, my backstory, hanging out with some friends, that kind of stuff, having some fun. It's not going to be all strict music. It's not going to be just chit chat. You may wonder, what is that ADSR sound effect in the background? Number one, I think it's the rain that you can hear. And also interference picked up by my car, which kind of sucks, but we need to try and get rid of that. I drive an electric car. It's called a Renault Zoe. Needs to be charged up like all the time, man. Like all the time. But we're saving polar bears out here, so that's what matters. I've got to charge it quite a lot. And I thought, I normally sit and listen to podcasts while I'm charging stuff, so I thought I'd, make some podcasts for a change. So today we're going to be talking about what got me into blues, what got me into this kind of thing, so you get to know my backstory a little bit of, how did Batman become Batman, that kind of thing. And on from there, we'll see where the road takes us. So, me and music. I say I started playing in bands when I was 15. I actually started messing around with music and stuff when I was like 10, 11, something like that. Bit of a broken home. My uncle said to me, you want to come and, some percussion stuff with some drums and stuff like that? And I was like, yeah, cool. And on a Thursday night, he used to take me to a family friend called Mick, who was a drummer and he was a builder as well. So he had his own outside drum soundproof room. And we used to go around there and play the Bron, the Irish drum, or the Byron. And before we went in there, he was a drummer as well, and he had this Yamaha Custom or Yamaha Studio, something like that. And I thought it was the coolest drum kit around, man. And he saw me looking at it, and and he said, "Do you want to learn to play?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, I'll teach you. Before me and your uncle come in, while we're having a drink in the house, you can practice these drum patterns or whatever." I was like, sick, let's do it, baby. And we'd teach me little rhythms and stuff like that. And he said to me, if you want to be a good drummer, you got to be able to play the blues. And I was like, what? And he says, it's harder to play slow than it is to play fast. He was like, if you can keep a groove, like a solid groove, real slow, get emotional about this. No, if you can play a slow groove, then that's like the keys to the kingdom of the rhythm, right? So I was like, sweet. And he put on this blues music, and to me back then, blues, jazz, it was not. I don't want to say much for muchness, but I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. Anyway, he put on this music, and I was like, before I say that, this is not a child-friendly podcast. I'll call that right now. So I was like, oh shit, what the fuck was that? It was like the fucking coolest sounding stuff I've ever heard. And he was like, it's blues, baby. And I was like, what the fuck? It was, you see, like I said, I'm nearly 30, so 15 years ago, there was a lot of like mixtape compilation albums going around. I remember I was trying to chat up a bird when I was younger, about 13, lady rather, sorry, excuse me. And I just remember her dad had these like compilation CDs, and it would just be sold on like blues music. It wouldn't be like chess records, or it wouldn't be like, I don't know. It was very much like people who don't know what they're buying and all that. Anyway, and this blues mixtape that was similar to that. I mean, it was artists from all labels. It was a bit of chess, bit of, you know, whatever, and some stuff where like there was some songs that I think were even live songs that like I can't find now, you know. And there's a song I play called Blues in D, which I'll have to find the correct name for, because that was like one of the songs I heard on this CD I used to play to, and everybody thought that I wrote it when I used to play shows because they'd never heard it. And like I could not find that song anywhere for years. I found it on YouTube. I went on a deep dive and finally like found it. I'll have to find out what it was called. Anyway, so yeah, it was just a mix of really random stuff. And I just thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever. And it was like the guitar lines. I was like, damn. But then, fast forward a couple of years, I never really looked at the guitar as like I never thought like, yeah, I'm gonna be this sick blues player, and that's what I aspire to do. Not at all. My first guitar was like a Spanish Argos, £30. Argos is like a catalogue store for non-UK peoples, and I saved up some money I really wanted one, and I remember asking my mum for one. I didn't think she was going to get it for me, and I think I managed to nab some money from my nan, and I went out and bought this nylon string guitar, and I was like, fuck yeah. And then my mum bought me the exact same guitar like a week later for my birthday, and I was like, oh shit. So I've always been slinging two axes there. So that was where I started, you know, with that guitar. But when getting to what I was saying before, the whole point about guitar and stuff wasn't to be this big solo man. It was, I just wanted to learn a couple of chords, play just to be like round a campfire. Oh, guess what? Your boy knows how to play a few chords. Now I realise that can be like the fucking most annoying guy in the world. Ha. But I never ended up doing that. But anyway, and I was just like, oh, hang on a second, this blues music I used to listen to, and I wanted to get into playing that, you know. And yeah, wait a minute, now I think about it, yeah, it must have been, yeah. Anyway, I digress. It was like this sound that was just fucking cool. And this brings me on to like a point, right? So 106 Mile Podcast, people say, well, what's that about? And I said, well, for me, one of the reasons this is going to sound cheesy as cheese can be, but this is the truth. So one of the reasons I wanted to be a musician, I remember I was seeing my Uncle Darren in Exeter, I think it was, and I was like around the age I was learning to play drums and stuff, and he said to me, he was like, yo, my man, you ever watch Blues Brothers? And I was like, no, what's that? And he was like, you have to watch this movie. And I was like, okay. And my Uncle Darren was cool as fuck. He was just effortless cool dude. Like curly hair, fucking, I can't explain it. Like he was a funk DJ and he's just cool as shit. Anyway, and he was like, you got to watch this, man. So I watched the Blues Brothers and my fucking head exploded. I was like, I want to be those guys. Degenerate musicians. I was like, that's what I want to do. And the line is 106 miles to Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas and half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it. I have to check myself, make sure I got that right. That was the reason for the podcast. Hopefully, in the weeks to come, you're probably going to get half hour, something like that. Start small, once a week. And you know, we're in the corona times at the moment. It's February something, 2021. And there ain't no gigs, there ain't no shows, there ain't no nothing, there ain't no mixing. Hopefully that changes soon, and we can get some guests. I want to try and do some real life guests, opposed to the Zoom thing, and hopefully get them in the car so we can charge while we're doing these little hangs. It's going to be, like I say, mix and me just chatting the shit, chatting the breeze, playing a little bit of music for you, I imagine. Also talking about music that I like, albums I'm listening to, blues people, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be like, when we can play again, hopefully I get to see all your lovely faces and you come see me play, because you like the music. And this is going to be a bit more about, what's Alfie King like? Maybe I listen to a few of these podcasts and I think, I'm never fucking listening to that guy's music again. Now I know what he's like. Anyway. So I'm a kid watching the Blues Brothers, right? Having my mind blown all different kinds of directions. And I thought about this a couple of years later. I was like, do you see loads of people dressing up like the Blues Brothers and me included, for fancy dresses or whatever. And you're like, yeah, man, we look real cool. And then you fucking go and see like a Blues Brothers tribute act or something. And they're good fun, man, don't get me wrong. And I'm fucking happy they do it. But they're not cool, man. They're real not cool. And I was trying to think, like, there ain't much to it, man. It's just a fucking black suit with a, fedora and some Ray-Bans. And it hit me. I was like, nah, because the characters and also the actors were bad motherfuckers. Do you know what I'm saying? They were bad motherfuckers. Because I think the problem is like, the guys that are into it are like, I don't know, middle class, whatever. Nice, lovely people who are normal adults, who are like, yeah, I'm gonna dress up as Blues Brothers and look cool, but they don't pull it off. And again, I think it's because, like I said, they were just bad motherfuckers, and in real life, they were cool people. And I think it was that, like, in the film, they are, one of them's a criminal coming out of prison. They're bad motherfuckers, and they grew up in a cool time, music-wise. Anyway, that was my kind of, I think the pain of what they go through is what makes them cool. And I would always be like, why do I seem so fucking dorky trying to pull this off? So, but yeah, there's just something that gets the fucking blood pumping, I tell you. Like, there have been times with music you think, maybe for me, maybe I should give up. But you ain't got no choice, man. And hopefully I get to talk to other musicians about that as well. That it's like, there's no try. Well, no, when I say there's no try, it's like, if the music is the path, you just have, it's just a question, right? So I'm 30 and it's like my whole 20s, I should have put more into it, and that's part of doing this podcast and getting you guys to meet me and all the rest of it. It's like, you got to go for it. You really got to go for it. But what I'm saying is, when the music's in you, you're always going to have the thing being like, oh, you need to go do that music thing, man. But you make up all these excuses, or you try and find different ways of doing stuff, and it all just loops back. You just keep trying all the things that don't work for you, which is how you learn. And eventually you'll find the thing that does work and you'll get to the next level. And like I said, you just have there's no fucking question about it. I tried to go and do stuff that wasn't music and just got fucking bummed real quick. And I had a good job, was earning good money, had a good girlfriend, had a house with her, you know what I mean? It was all cool. And I was like, this fucking sucks, man. When I wasn't doing the music, so... Anyway, there is what it is. So, that's where we are. That's where we are. I welcome y'all to the journey that is the Alfie King show. So, going back to when I was younger, I really wanted to get into this kind of music, and I started having guitar lessons, and they were teaching me, like, fucking janky Spanish See if I can. 1 second. Jesus. Bam. Like I say, I'm doing this podcast in a car. It was I don't, that kind of. I'm too bluesy now, man. I can't remember it. And I was like, okay, cool, man. And then I never really did my lessons as I should have, because it was all reading notes and stuff, and I wasn't super into that. Although I fucking wish I was. Now I get older and I kind of have to try. Well, I'm trying to learn it now. But anyway, and one day my guitar teacher just like cracked. And he went, "You like blues music?" I was like, "Yeah." And he just went, "Here's this scale." And he taught me like what a 12-bar blues was, and then that was it. I never really learned anything else. As far as musicians, blues musicians that inspire me, like the biggest one was Muddy Waters by far. I wanted to fucking be Muddy Waters. I thought he was so cool. I was hipsters before hipsters, man. I was walking around with a beret and a granddad thick like cotton t-shirt, looking like a fucking moron. When I was 11, 12. And I wasn't listening to blues because it was cool, man. Nobody else was fucking listening to it. No one gave a fuck. But I just loved it. I just fucking loved it. And I remember I had the Muddy Waters Essential Collection that I bought from Record House. Mad. Just mad. Then I bought Hard Again by Muddy Waters. Oh, amazing. And then the other people that I was really into was like Howlin' Wolf. It was just out of this world. His voice and like harmonica playing, sick guitar, like. But here's the thing that really got me was, and it's something that I really fucking struggle with, but yeah, it's my bag, man. Is like the melodic blues people. Like just playing the outlines of the chords, man. I mean, like I said, this isn't going to be a guitar course or anything, but like when I was younger, I would be like, and that's cool, Oh, baby, where you go? Oh, baby, don't go long. Oh, baby, won't you tell me where we get along? Now, baby, won't you kiss me again? That kind of stuff. And that was what I played for years. And like, but the stuff I really liked was like, oh, well, Howlin' Wolf's got, that kind of, I should have quit you a long time ago. That kind of was just sick. Or like I ain't got my slide, but the Muddy Waters, like that stuff where it was all melodic is what got me. And I try and do a mix of it now where I'll throw in the, oh baby, tell me again, where you going, won't you be my friend, pretty woman? Couldn't you come round here? Oh, 'cause I ain't seen no one like you. Might not again. And we just jamming, Anyway, so that was like what I aspire to try and get better at. Because I just think it's sick. And what I didn't hear a lot when I was being a sound engineer at shows growing up, because I was a sound engineer for a long time. You didn't hear it. It was all that chord bashing stuff. And that's fine. Some people love it. It ain't for me. Well, I say it ain't for me. I think it's just, I just want the songs to sound different. And like I say, if you go back to the Muddy Waters Chess Records stuff, anything on Chess Records is just unreal. Anyway, so moving along from Howlin' Wolf, then went on to Albert Collins, and from Albert Collins to like BB King, that kind of stuff. But also like R.L. Burnside. I don't listen to a lot of it, but I do like it. I need to listen to more of it. And like slide playing stuff is like crazy, 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 crazy cool. So anyway, I'm going to let you off there. Let you off the hook there, bud. And I'll see you next week. What day is it today? Today is Tuesday. Maybe we drop this on a Tuesday. Maybe it's a Tuesday deal. And yeah, we all keep it bluesy, baby. And hopefully we'll give you some funny guests. We'll get some funny guests, some backstage action. I'll be able to tell you about shows we're playing. And, you know, you can tell me what you like to listen to, what you think. Wait one second. Yeah. Yeah, baby. 106 miles to Chicago. Need to get there for dawn. Come on now, brother man, you won't ride along. 106 miles, baby. Hope you got a few stories to tell. Come on now, jump on in.